let's go back into, your own team, what you're doing with Wooly, and even those that you mentor, with the angel investments. Do you have a particular leadership style?
Not that I would define, Fortunately, I don't read a lot of guru books or self-help or like leadership books. I should read a few more. Most of the books I've read recently are like Stoicism, so maybe that's a philosophy that creeps into my leadership, but I don't really try to control what I can't control. I'm probably known as very passive, like boss. I'm not a micromanager. I'm not gonna get in your face on anything. I want people to learn and figure it out themselves, and I'm always there. So like doors open, you can text me any hour of the night, but I'm not gonna be texting you every hour of the night. Mm-hmm. And some people really react to that well, and others, they actually, I think they grew up in a school system that like they need to be prodded, and that's unfortunate that like we're raising a society of kids who need that or just want to answer test questions and be told what to do all the time. I think curiosity is getting killed a little bit in some of the public schools, and but that's the best place I've ever had of those hyper curious, wanting to learn, wanting challenges, and not afraid of the failure, and just even a little task. So I do like I say my leadership style is more of the I don't know what you call that, but
I think it's Stoicism.
Stoicism is one thing, but
effective. But having just a philosophy of leadership versus having. Kurt and I were talking about this. He's like, I asked for these recommendations for books from people that I admire. He said, I thought there'd be more overlap, but it ended up I have 30 books to read.
Interesting.
And they're all different books and different approaches to leadership, where a single philosophy might be just
and it's not even a leadership. It's a philosophy for life. Mm-hmm. So it's just a philosophy for life, and I want to practice that. I'm a crappy Stoic, but I at least aspire to be better. And there's some sound principles, and I think they bleed into my leadership style. And so I think that would sum it up. There's so many contrary ways to lead, and books out there that I think say one says something, one says another, and so I'm just like, I don't know. It's like a diet or something. They change there's always a new diet every 5 years. It's opposite of the one before, and so I'm just gonna do my thing, whatever it's been. It's worked somewhat. Hasn't led me too far astray, and I feel like I can still put those teams together, and they can go ask people about me, and they're not gonna get like, I never worked for him. You won't learn anything, and that thing's going down. It's gonna fail. That's not what someone's gonna get when they look for reference on what it's like to work for Scott Paul. They're gonna probably hear other stories that are crazy, but it won't be that they're not gonna improve, learn, meet great people, and possibly have a chance of another success at one of my companies. Mm-hmm. So it's important to me that reputation goes out there versus something like, he's a really crappy leader, he's aggressive and and he'll call you out in public and make you feel like an idiot. I don't want that. I don't want to be that person, but I may have been that to some people, and I apologize, but I don't. An apology, but I don't. It's not something It's the opposite of what I want to be known for.
Right. I mean, that open framework is a strong filter for some people. Like that opportunity to, okay, here's the end result that we need you to achieve. Mm-hmm. How you do it, in what way? Like, you're right. Some people are like, it's crippling for them.
Yeah.
They can't self-manage that much, nor do they want to.
No. And there's plenty of places where those people can go that will pay them for that, kind of strict obedience to it, and not needing that. They don't. There's places that will just kind of tell you what to do, how to make the paycheck, and how to do it. And in fact, more of those than there is the style that I have. But it is really hard because, especially in a startup, because that even said the end result. Sometimes we don't know the end result. Mm-hmm. So I'm actually hiring people without even an end result in mind. I'm like, here's what we're doing. Here's kind of the idea. Here's the people that like it. Here's some of the results we've had. We need more of that.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
All hands on deck.
Let's just figure it out.
Ideating, be curating, be editing all the time. This is not just my job.
So it's hard to find those, polymaths out there that can do everything. But they're few. You sometimes get lucky. You find them young too, before they're fully developed. You can, afford them. But I got just a quick story. It's a shout out to a guy named Daniel on our team. He's up to Park City. He's a Nordic racer, so he trains cross country. And he's here from Portland. He lives in Portland. I'm from Portland. Just here in town. 20 years old. Reaches out to me on LinkedIn and says, "I'm looking to just learn from somebody and do an internship this summer." And would you be interested in meeting me? And it was such a great, like, I get 100 emails a day or LinkedIn requests.
Right.
And they're usually just, someone from India wanting to give me IT services. And I'm just like, I'm not even going to accept the connection. But this one stood out to me. And I'm like, if he can capture my attention as a busy CEO, I'm going to turn this guy into a marketing. He's going to come in and help me do this to all the people we're trying to get attention with.
Yeah.
We brought him in. The guy's truly can do many things. He's a 20-year-old potential polymath that's Harvard bound actually. And so we just happened to find this person who's very has a lot of capacity and capability to do great things. And it was just kind of being open and putting him into this environment that he happened to thrive at, where he didn't get scared by the lack of direction. He actually started finding stuff to do, and now he's building our digital outreach strategy and all these things. It's great. So I just think that's one on my mind recently that I just was really impressed with. A millennial too. Like, I'm used to millennials not going out and asking, but like being thinking someone's gonna just call them and give them the job. He went out and he had good soft skills for a 20-year-old. This isn't someone that just played on his phone all day and never talked to real people. He knew how to in person too. When we brought him in and interview in person, he looked you in the eyes, eloquent, does everything. It was really, I'm just like, good. There's a hope for the future. There's some kids coming out of high school who are going to be fit for the next stuff, because there is a little bit of fear I have when I've had other internships that haven't gone as smoothly. I worry for them. My own brother is 18, and sometimes I worry for the future when I can't get him to respond to me on text, even if I'm like asking a really important question. I'm like, what's going on? Like, communication.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah.
So
just send me an emoji.
Yeah, an emoji. Just let me know you're alive. You're driving my Tesla. I expect you to at least tell me that you're safe and alive.
Yeah.
It's the only time I even get somewhat of a response if he has something of mine. So hopefully he'll never see this.
Don't make me
actually
ask
wanted
the
to see
car.
this. Watch
Yeah,
this, Kevin.
right.
This is for you,
Kevin.
Yeah, this is your message.
And I
to
think
you.
that goes back to that demonstration of ambition with heart.
Yeah.